Hey guys, it's Paul Purnell here for Film in a Year Project. I'm really glad you could make it. In this week's episode, we're going to talk about the progress we've made so far, our recap of our meetup that we just had, and also pre-production, the script breakdown. Dun dun dun. Our meetup went awesome. We had several new faces. We had some prop makers, a DP, director, and a bunch of actors show up, and that was a lot of fun. We also read through the second version of the script, which was very well received. Everybody liked it a lot and really enjoyed the changes that we made. Also, Ali created a packet for everybody that was there, and we'll probably send out through our email list as well to show people what positions we're looking for to be a part of Film in a Year project, or what positions you could fill, and also some information about casting and the characters. So if you want to do any of that, we'll have information for you very soon. Also, we talked a little bit about sponsoring the Film in a Year project and what that looks like. And if you're interested in sponsoring the Film in a Year project, go ahead and click this link and get in contact with us. Cool. So we've made a lot of progress. Like I said, we did finish the second draft of the script, which I'm pretty proud of and very excited for. I feel like the script is now very rounded. It has a good amount of character development and really kind of humanizes the characters, which is something I'm very interested in because the story is only as interesting as the character that it's about. Ali and I also spent a whole Saturday working on our script breakdown. We went through and we figured out every scene, how many scenes were at each location. We figured out which characters are in what scenes and how many scenes they're in overall, and a lot of that sort of detailed information. And this is really useful for scheduling, for casting, for the production process in general. And so that brings me to my next topic. So now I'm going to talk to you about the pre-production script breakdown. So this is really important because it shows you every single element you're going to need in your script that you'll have to actually go out and find or create to actually produce it and put it into the production. And if you miss anything, then you end up missing that when you're doing your production and you're like, don't have it, and your script is not actually fulfilled. So in this phase, we go scene by scene and we create a list of every character, location, prop, actor, and anything else that you need to find or get and put it together so that you can actually produce the film. To do this, we were using cell text, and as I went through scene by scene, actually I did a lot of this during the rewrite, I would add those things to the master catalog, which is the database within cell text. And what's great is when you go to create your production schedule, cell text automatically adds these things into the schedule. So you'll know, like, okay, this scene takes place at this location and it has these characters in it, and it will even connect the actors that you've entered into your database into those scenes as well. So here's a few tips. First off, find good software. For me, like I said, I use Celltext, but there's several other softwares out there. I'm not really sure what they all are, but I'm sure they're awesome too. Software really can help you speed up the overall process and give you a good way to track everything, which is really important. Tip number 2 is be as thorough as possible. This is really important because, like I said before, if you miss anything, then when you go to create your script, when you go to actually film it, you're going to be missing that thing. You're not going to, have the butcher knife that, the serial killer uses, or, the He-Man sword, or whatever you've missed, and it's going to cause you a bunch of headaches, and nobody needs headaches. So remember, measure twice, cut once. Pre-production, do extra pre-production so that your production moves as smoothly as possible. Another good thing to think about is don't forget extras. So a lot of times we don't necessarily write like, and a group of extras, like Tim is there, Scott, Kyle's there, and a group of extras. What we write might be like, there's a lot of kids in the hallway. Okay, so the kids in the hall, remember that they're your extras. And when you go through and create your list, make sure you list out, oh, kids in the hall, we're gonna need high school extras. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go back and then, add all of that in after, and that's no fun. And another thing is create checklists. So from your now created lists of all of your materials and elements that you need, go through and make checklists. So for this scene, I need this many props. I need, the set was dressed in this way and it had these props and I needed these actors, and you have everything there. And that way when you're on set, you're on screen, you're like, okay, do we have the half-filled cup of water, or whatever, and this will help you keep continuity, it'll help you keep sanity, which are both very important things when watching a movie. And one last tip is have somebody else go through your script as well with you. Don't just try to do it all by yourself, because the second set of eyes can always catch something that you don't. People think of things differently, just like we talked about in the rewrite phase, where I had Rich write a whole different script than I wrote, and his version was very different than mine. Same way, other people will catch mistakes or things that you've missed that you won't catch. So those are my tips for this week. So if you have any tips for doing a pre-production script breakdown, let us know. We would love to hear them, and maybe we'll post some of them next week. Also, if you'd like to be a part of the Film in a Year project, make sure you go to our website, paulpurnell.com/workwithus, and it'll be linked in the link below, and join up with the project. We're always looking for more people. And the last thing is, don't forget to share this, like it, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and let us know you're enjoying it, and we'll keep making them. And a final thought is, the Film in a Year project, we've come up with this idea that it is community theater for filmmaking. And so just whenever you're talking to people about it, that's a great one-line way to describe what we're doing, because most people understand what community theater is, and the idea that you put a lot into it, but you get something really cool out in the end. So let's get out there and let's make a movie.